I like to also congratulate you because they have all been selected out of 200, almost 200 people. 120, almost 120 people you were selected to come here, and after so much hard work in AIUB, you have come in Thursday to do our workshop. So I like to thank you everybody. And ACES is doing for you guys this free workshop, and it is done by elegant integrated solution, and it is organized by ACES. So we have come to our workshop. That's why I like to thank everybody. And before starting our seminar, I would like to call our honorable sir, Dr. Ricky sir, our postgraduate, head of postgraduate of our department, to say something about this workshop. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and I'd like to thank the ACES, so for inviting me here, and this actually workshop or seminar based on PLC and industrial automation system. Especially if you go to any workshop or seminar, first of all you have to understand why you need to be present there. Okay, this is the main objective. Why you need to be present there. So first of all, when you are considering like any particular topic, so PLC, programmable logic controller, so this is actually very related to your undergrad courses, like when you are doing courses like control systems or compensation engineering, like through your laboratory. In this case, we have to take the PLC, like what is PLC? Sometimes we take programmable logic controller, and based on this we have done several experiments in your laboratory as well. So for undergraduate students, especially when if you take the whole curriculum, where you have to complete 145 credits, and then you have to complete at least 59 courses. And out of 59, one course actually control systems, which will be a laboratory course. And especially these courses related to this workshop, measuring PLC, programmable logic controller. And when you move to research work, especially your project and thesis, which is actually 3 credits and duration for 2 semesters, then you have to introduce the different types of work, like probably you are doing simulation work, you are doing experimental work, or maybe combination of simulation and experimental. On that case, again, you have to introduce it like PLC. Sometimes you are taking controlling system and other things, where you have to understand what is PLC. So that's why these workshops have been organized by ACES, and again I would like to thank ACES for organizing this type of workshop. And one thing you have to keep in mind for any kind of event, you have to check whatever the possible outcome. If you consider any positive outcome that gives you more meaningful, and it will be more powerful, it will be more successful. So sometimes when you join in any seminar, in any workshop, so if you are visiting there, you are taking what topics are covering in that particular seminar or workshop. But based on that particular seminar or workshop, what about the advantage in the future? You have to learn that things from particular workshop or seminar as well. So probably in your curriculum, you are in the 3rd semester, or probably in the last semester, or probably in the 2nd semester. Is it okay? All of you? Have you completed elective courses anyone here? In any elective courses? According to your curriculum, you have to complete at least 2 elective courses, alright? 6 credits of elective courses. So you have the courses like, say, communication, or program mobile communication, microengineering, power system protection, okay, and optoelectronic devices. So you have actually 8 to 9 elective courses. Okay. And out of this you have to complete at least 2 elective courses based on your 135 credits for the completion of your curriculum. So based on this, when you are considering the PLC courses, sometimes you are taking this control, and this actually PLC of another one probably. Is it? So for the projector thesis, if you go through the requirements, first of all, you have to say control is mandatory for everyone, isn't it? So control system is very essential for starting off your research work, especially for thesis and project. And some of you have already started in your last semester or second last semester, and you have already introduced with different types of research work like PLC based probably, and how to control and how to introduce with industrial equipments as well. So who have started thesis and project? Anyone started thesis and project? Some of you. So out of 120 people in this room, around 120 students, probably at least 25 students have started their thesis and project, isn't it? So probably you have already introduced with your work, along with your supervisors, and you also know the external as well, isn't it? And you also know the rules and regulations for the completion of your thesis and project. So sometimes you have to submit your research paper to the standard journal, isn't it? Probably you have a motivation to submit a research paper. So first of all, you have to check how to write a research paper. So what are the ideas you have to develop based on the research work? And based on this, when you are considering the thesis book, you have to know also how to write a thesis book. Thesis book writing, paper writing, I mean research paper writing, or laboratory experiment writing, not the same thing, isn't it? When you are taking the laboratory experiment, you have to submit probably lab report in the next adjacent classes, isn't it? When you are taking the lab experiment in this class, probably you have to submit your lab report in the next adjacent classes. That means when you are going to write a lab report, you want to check what about the main objective of the work, isn't it? What about the name of the experiment? Then, what are the objectives of the experiments? Then we found the actual theory of that particular experiment. Then an experimental setup or an simulation module, is it? After that you have to check the procedures as well. Then you are checking the overall data, then you obtain from the experimental results or the simulation setup. Then you analyzed, okay, then you have drawn out any simulation characteristics. Then you try to check the discussions, and finally you conclude it, isn't it? You have written the summary as discussions for the lab experiment report. So this is the way you have to write the lab report. At the same time, when you're moving to another part, like how to write the thesis work, thesis book, then you have to organize the chapters based on your particular work. You have to fix the title, isn't it? And probably you are giving progress difference after one semester. If you know the rules and regulations, for duration 2 semesters, when you are submitting your progress report by giving the progress defense, and you have to check what are the actual metrics for submitting the progress report. And after the end of this thesis and project, you have to submit a thesis book as well. So you have to understand how to write the thesis book. And then you have to organize the chapters based on the actual material. First of all, like interaction. Second one probably based on theory of the particular work. Third chapter probably based on the overall simulation results, methods, or in experimental setup. Fourth one probably analyzed by that particular work. You have presented simulation data or experimental data. Then you have written another discussion based on that particular results. And the last probably fifth chapter, discussions and conclusions. Is it? And at the end, you are going to set the list of references. If you put any particular line from any textbook, from any published paper, or if you have put any equation from any particular paper or any published textbook, you have to refer that, is it? And if you set any data reviews, if you extract any data from any particular research paper or any published book, you have to put the reference. So at the end of the thesis book, you are going to check the list of references. Other than way, you are going to start the research work, and you have probably started already. Some of you have started the research work on undergraduate thesis or project. And the next, like how to write a research paper. So first of all, you have to check this part, like pitches, multiple pitches of work that we have presented in your thesis book, and you have to select a particular pitch of work. So that you can write a research paper, but you have to understand what is the novel work, what is the novelty of the work. Okay, so sometimes you can present the work newly, so newly presented work and novelty of the work is not the same thing. Probably at the same area, same type of work have done another researcher. You can do that, no problem, but you have to refer that. Probably you are going to present newly. Is it? You are going to present newly. Then you can say, you can claim it's presented newly. It's not the novel one, but you are going to present newly. So paper writing depends on another term writing. You have to put the abstract based on the overall outcome. Okay. Then you have to check the interaction. Then you have to put the event theory. Then you have to put the experimental setup or simulation setup. Then results and discussions, and finally conclusions. So our honorable guest is here right now, and he's the speaker for this particular workshop and seminar. I'd like to thank our honorable guest or speaker for visiting our campus and department as well. And also we will be listening some parts of some things from this particular speaker about this automation system in detail. Okay? And also mentioning about this, how to write a thesis book, how to write a research paper, or how to write a lab experiment report. There are so many ideas you can develop from this particular workshop or seminar as well. So to attend this seminar, first of all you have to understand what is the main objective. Okay. So, if you go through the whole curriculum, some topics were covered in undergraduate courses. Now we have also master's program, PG courses. You can go through the list of courses for postgraduate studies. We have masters in electrical and electronic engineering. We have masters in telecommunication engineering as well. And actually there are 3 areas for masters: power, electronics and communication. If you have any interest to join the master's program, okay, after 1 or 2 semesters, or probably after 3 or 4 semesters, it's possible to join. And its duration actually 1.5 years. After completing your undergrad, you can enroll in the master's program. I think it will be helpful for you. And also you have to know, from our university, in every year of month, like August month, you are releasing one journal paper, that is AIUB Journal of Science and Engineering. If you visit the website under research option, you'll find Office of Research and Publication, and under this office there are 2 journals. One is AJBE, that is related to business, another one AJAC, that is related to science and engineering. If you find it AJAC corporate it is still open for submission for the publication the next year, August 2015. It's always open. If you have interest to submit a research paper, you can submit your paper. And for the completion of your degree, first of all, you have to check the requirements, like 145 credit as mentioned earlier, 59 courses. Out of 145, 6 credits and elective courses. Project and thesis completion is mandatory for everyone, and duration obviously 2 semesters. So first of all, you have to check background preparation for any courses, for any projects, competition, for any workshop, for any seminar. First of all, you have to check what is the main objective for this participation. Okay, and how can you introduce the different terms, new terms, and how can you utilize these terms in your regular activities? I think it will be helpful for you. And always the discussions is very important. You have to take the conversation as well. Try to check the conversation with other people, with your group members, with your fellow classmates, with your teachers, with your supervisors, with your external as well. So again, I would like to thank all of you for joining here, and I'm sure you'll be listening peaceful particular topic like PLC and industrial automation. We've learned so many things from this workshop and seminar as well, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure, everyone has learned a lot from it. Now, as you know, we have our esteemed guest with us, the speaker of the evening, Mr. Minhajul Islam. He is the CEO of Engineering Solutions. That's the industry that's going to host the event today. So without further ado, I'd like to call Mr. Minhajul Islam to start the program, start the lectures on PLC and industrial automation. And I can give best of luck to every one of you. May you learn a lot from it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the students of AIUB, especially thanks to the AIUB community of engineering students. I think there's a big crowd, and this is a great honor to me that I am here, and I am extremely sorry that I am late because of some of our projects are delayed, and we are going in a project that is Dhaka Soaps Limited. Recently, this MD called me that please grow the projects immediately. For this reason, I have become late. I'm very much sorry about that. We are now we will go on to the PLC and industrial automation. Actually, I want to continue with English and Bangla. Have you any problem? No. I think that will be more easier for us. You can explain yourself with your own language. You can explain yourself with English, no problem. Because all of us can understand Bangla very easily, I think. সবচেয়ে বড় কথা যে আমরা শুরু করতে যাব আমাদের প্রজেক্টটা বা আমাদের এই ওয়ার্কশপটা কয়েকটা ডিফারেন্ট ওয়েতে আমরা ভাগ করে নিয়েছি। আমরা খুব সহজভাবে পিএলসি এবং ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল অটোমেশনটা বুঝতে চাই। সাধারণত আমাদের কাছে যে কনসেপ্টটা আছে that is very not very easier. PLC and industrial automation, what it is that very competitive তো আছে, সবার কাছে মনে হয় যে কেমন যেন খুব কষ্টকর ব্যাপার, অনেক মেধা লাগবে আর এটার জন্য অনেক টাকা পয়সা খরচ হবে। আই থিঙ্ক এই ধারণাটা সঠিক না। এবং আমাদের কাছে যে মেসেজগুলো আসে যে এটা সাধারণ ছেলেরা পারবে না, সাধারণভাবে আপনি পারবেন না, এই মেসেজটাও সঠিক না। আমার মনে হয় যে আপনারা যখন শুরু করবো আমরা এবং আমরা যখন এ নিয়ে কাজ করব তখন আপনারা বুঝতে পারবেন যে আমার কথাটা সঠিক। ওয়ার্কশপের জন্য সবচেয়ে বেশি জরুরি হচ্ছে আপনাদের রেসপন্সটা জরুরি। আপনারা যে বা যারা পিছিয়ে আছেন অথবা সামনে আছেন, you have to reply from my language. আপনাকে বলতে হবে, আমি যদি কোনো কথা জিজ্ঞেস করি আপনাকে বলতে হবে। আর সবচেয়ে বড় কথা, যদি আমার একটা সিস্টেম আছে সেটা হলো খুবই ইজি, উত্তর দিতে হবে, আপনি না জানলেও দিতে হবে, যদি নাই জানেন তাও দিতে হবে। সাপোজ আমি বললাম এটা কি, সবার উত্তর জানা আছে, এটা একটা মিনারেল ওয়াটারের পানির বোতল। কিছু কিছু লোকের জানা নাই যে এটা কি, কিন্তু তাকে যদি আমি বলি তোমাকে অ্যানসার করতেই হবে, তখন কেউ বলবে এটা ডাস্টার, কেউ বলবে এটা পেন্সিল। তখন আমি কি বুঝবো যে সে আসলে ডাস্টারও চেনে না, সে মিনারেল ওয়াটারও চেনে না? তখন আমি সেই থ্রুতে বলতে পারবো যে আমি ডাস্টারটা কি সেটাও বলতে পারবো, মিনারেল ওয়াটারটা কি সেটাও বলতে পারবো। আমাকে তো আপনার কাছ থেকে যদি রেসপন্সটা না পাই তাহলে আমি আসলে বলতে পারবো না। সেই জন্য কাইন্ডলি আপনারা যারা স্টুডেন্ট আছে, আমাদের ছোট ভাই, আপনারা কাইন্ডলি এইটুকু হেল্পটা আমাকে করবেন, পারবেন তো? মুখে বলতে হবে, পারবেন? হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হু হু চলবে না, মুখে বলতে হবে যে আমি পারবো, আমরা পারবো। ভেরি গুড, থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ। আপনাদেরকে আসলে এটা সিম্পল অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট অ্যাবাউট মাই কোম্পানি। আমরা এখানে আসলে বিজনেস করতে আসি না, তো ডোন্ট নিড এনি বিজনেস ফ্রম ইউ। আমরা এখানে আসছি যে হোয়াট উই আর ওয়ার্কিং দেয়ার, আমরা আসলে কি করি। এটাই যদি আপনি না জানেন তাহলে আপনি লেকচার শুনছেন কার কাছে? আপনাকে এটা জানতে হবে যে আমরা কি করি, কার কাছে আমি লেকচার শুনলাম আর সে আসলে কি করে। আমরা এলিগেন্ট ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং সলিউশনস নামে একটা কোম্পানি ওপেন করেছি এবং এটা 2008 থেকে চলছে এবং ভেরি হার্ডলি চলছে 2012 থেকে। আমাদের অফিস এখন রূপনগর মিরপুর 2 আছে। আমরা ভেরিয়াস টাইপস অফ ওয়ার্ক আমরা করি এবং আমাদের সার্ভিসের মধ্যে প্রথম সার্ভিস হচ্ছে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল অটোমেশন এবং পিএলসি সলিউশনস নিয়ে আমরা কাজ করি। অ্যাকচুয়ালি যখন আমরা বলি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল অটোমেশন, আমরা পলিটেকনিকের জন্য একটা কোর্স করেছিলাম ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল অটোমেশন এন্ড প্রসেস ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং। মোস্ট অফ দ্য স্টুডেন্টস তার বোঝেই নাই যে কোর্সটা আসলে কি। তার মনে করছে এটা কি। আমরা যখন নাম দিই যে পিএলসি কোর্স করা, তখন পিএলসি আমি বুঝতে পারছি, বাট পিএলসি আর ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল অটোমেশন আর রিলেটেড, ভেরি মাচ রিলেটেড। বায়োমেডিক্যাল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং নিয়ে কাজ করছি আমরা, বিকজ অফ আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইউনাইটেড হসপিটালে জব করেছি কিছু, ন্যাশনাল হার্ট ফাউন্ডেশন ছিল। ফর দিস রিজন আই হ্যাভ এক্সপেরিয়েন্স অ্যাবাউট দ্যাট। সেই জন্য বায়োমেডিক্যাল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং নিয়েও আমরা কাজ করি। আমরা ইলেকট্রিক্যাল সলিউশনস নিয়ে কাজ করি। এখন একটা বড় প্রজেক্ট চলছে আমাদের ঢাকা সফটস লিমিটেড। আমরা টোটাল ফ্যাক্টরি তাদের করে দেবো ৭৫,০০০ স্কয়ার ফিট। আমরা টোটাল ইলেকট্রিক্যাল ড্রয়িং এবং প্ল্যানিং, এরপরে সেগুলোর ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশন হবে, সেই পুরোটাই আমরা করে দেবো ইনশাআল্লাহ। এসি এইচভ্যাক সলিউশনস নিয়ে কাজ করি। আমরা সাম ফার্মাসিউটিক্যালসে কাজ করি, যেমন লিব্রা ইনফিউশনস লিমিটেড, সেখানে আমাদের কাজ হচ্ছে। এইচভ্যাক এবং এসি এটা একটা বিশাল ব্যাপার। আমরা একটা পার্ট নিয়ে কাজ করি। কেমিক্যাল এবং রিএজেন্ট সাপ্লাই, এছাড়া মেইনটেনেন্স সার্ভিস তো আছে। ট্রেনিংটা আমাদের একটা লিস্ট প্রায়োরিটির মধ্যে আমরা রেখেছি। এই ট্রেনিং, এই জিনিসগুলো আসলে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল, ইনস্টিটিউশনাল এবং হোম সব দিকেই সার্ভিসগুলো হতে পারে। এগুলো আমরা ডিটেইল বলছি না এখন, বিকজ অফ উই আর লেট। আমাদেরকে আগে যেতে হবে যে অ্যাকচুয়াল আমাদের বিষয়টা কোথায়, সেখানে যেতে হবে। এগুলো আমরা ডিটেইল বলছি না। ট্রেনিং এর মধ্যে আমরা 1 মাসের পিএলসি এবং ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল অটোমেশন করছি। খুবই জনপ্রিয় কোর্স, সবাই করে এবং সবাই করতে